stood right here. And we said our wedding vows. And they were as real as our love. In my heart. I'm the wife of Nicholas Cassadine. And I always will be. No matter where he is. I just keep wishing that he could reach out to me somehow. And just give me a sign or a message. Something to hold on to. Besides this awful emptiness that I'm feeling inside.
You know, that signal that you were looking for. Maybe somehow the service will give you what you need.
Lucky. For a minute I thought that...
I was Nicholas.
Yeah. I realize it's crazy.
No, it's not.
Every time the phone rings or I hear a knock at the door, my heart stops for a minute.
Yeah, me too. My mind understands that my brother is gone, but my heart hasn't gotten where.
Lucky, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. I'm glad you can make it. Nicholas would have wanted you to be here.
Lucky!
Hi, Angel.
Mom said Nicholas died. Tell her it's not true. He just got lost. You can find him and bring him back.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. But Grandma's right. He's gone to heaven.
Why?
Well, because God needed him. But Nicholas is still our brother. That's forever. And he's always gonna stay right here in our hearts.
I don't want Nicholas to be in heaven. I want him to come back home.
He can't, sweetheart. She just can't wrap her mind around it. Neither can I, Lulu. Neither can I.
Lucky's up front. You might want to let him know you're here.
That isn't necessary.
Grandma, come here. Take a look at it.
Okay, come on, baby. Come on. Okay.
Why can't I offer Emily my condolences?
Because comfort is not your forte. Don't use this tragedy as an excuse to sharpen your claws.
You cut me to the quick, Ned.
You'll get over it. That was fast, even for you.
Dylan, what's going on? You all right?
My mother at 2 o'clock. Don't tell her I'm here.
Where did he go?
Who?
Who? Dylan, my son. I saw him. He was here.
And he's not around here now, is he?
Sorry about Nicholas.
Thank you. I know how close you two were. Why are you here?
Look, Elizabeth and Nicholas were good friends. I figured since she couldn't be here, I should be.
I understand that she left you. My condolences.
Since when are you so concerned with my personal life?
Would you do me a favor? Try not to be unobtrusive. There are people here who actually love Nicholas and don't want to be upset any more than they already are.
Audrey?
Rick?
How's Elizabeth?
As well as could be expected under the circumstances.
Is there something wrong with the baby?
No, the baby's fine. Elizabeth's only regret is that she couldn't be here for Nicholas's memorial. She hasn't mentioned you at all.
What was it you guys used to call yourselves? The Gang of Four?
The Four Musketeers.
Not very original.
Gave us words for the bond we felt. I'm gonna miss him, Dad.
I know.
I'm glad you came. I realize it was probably more for Sky than me or Nicholas, but it's nice to know you're around.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate the life of Nicholas Cassadine.
Lulu, take a look at this ring.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Nicholas gave it to me when we were engaged.
Why'd you take it off?
The ring was a symbol of Nicholas's promise to marry me. And that can't happen now. I can't wear it anymore, so I'm gonna put it in a special place. And I'm gonna give it to you on your 21st birthday. It'll be a present from your big brother.
But Nicholas gave you the present. Doesn't he want you to keep it?
Nicholas gave me the best present anyone ever has, Lulu. His heart. And I'm gonna keep it in my own until the day I die.
Hey, why don't we go outside?
I was holding my daughter last night, and I was thinking, what would be the most impressive thing that I could tell her about Nicholas? And I knew right away that it was his capacity to love. He had wisdom beyond his years about love. He loved so generously and so genuinely. I really truly think that he believed that it could conquer all odds. And I know that he believed that it could rise strong and steady before people who would continually try to tear it down. I will miss my nephew for the rest of my life. I'm so glad he loved you, Emily.
like to tell you about the man I loved. Every little girl who hears the story of Cinderella waits for the day her own prince will come. She tries on her mother's shoes, pretending it's the glass slipper. She waltzes by herself in the dark of her room, imagining that she's in her prince's arms. And then reality sets in, and the little girl realizes that princes live in fairy tales and rarely in the real world. But I was incredibly lucky. Not only did I find a real-life prince, but he loved me as much as I loved him. I beat the prince odds, at least for a while. Alexis, you said that you learned something new about love from Nicholas, and that struck my heart, because I did too. I learned of its fearsome strength, that it was stronger than age-old vendettas and plots and lies, that it was stronger than cancer. And yes, I'm learning now that it's stronger than death. Nicholas may not be here in this room with us, but I can feel his love all around. And I know that if he could speak to us, he would tell us to love and to value each other.
Oh, stop it. No more of this sanctimonious drivel from all of you lying hypocrites. Everyone in this room is responsible for Nicholas's death. And I vow on all that is unholy that every one of you will pay. None of you will escape my wrath. Everyone who played a part in Nicholas's death will end up as cold and still as he is today. Oh, Luke Spencer, for foisting your miserable excuse for a wife on my family and then forcing her to turn her spineless back on her eldest son, and then killing the father that Nicholas should have had and leaving him at the mercy of that worthless Stefan. Oh, and Alexis. Oh, little Alexis, for encouraging Nicholas to turn his back on his rightful legacy. And the Quartermains? Oh, the Quartermains, they allowed their mongrel stepdaughter to seduce my grandson from his calling as the future of his family. But most importantly...
All right, that concludes the freak show portion of this evening's entertainment.
I will not be silenced by you.
The hell you won't. Nicholas got a raw deal, you're right. But not from Alexis, not from Emily, not from the Quartermains. Nicholas had the bad fortune to be the only human being to ever fall off your demented family tree. He was a decent kid, no thanks to you and your kind. Everything good about him was because of his mother. Everything. Now, I chose not to get close to him. But I knew him well enough to know he wouldn't want you here spitting venom at the people he loves. So, I'm gonna do one last thing to honor my wife's son. I'm giving you the heave-ho out of his memorial service. You can go voluntarily, or it'll be my pleasure to drag you out by your dripping fangs.
This is not the last time you people will hear from me.
Maybe not, but that's it for this evening.
Making a clean getaway?
Yeah, Georgie's dad is out for blood. Need a place to stay.
Still determined to live on your own, huh?
I got no choice. I cannot let the family run my life.
You sound like Nicholas.
Thanks.
All right, well, hurry up. Go, before Grandfather sees you.
Too late.
Left some DVDs here the other day. I just came by to pick them up, that's all.
Dylan, help me regain control of ELQ, and you won't find the locks changed when you need a place to lay your overstyled hair.
I don't need anything from you.
You didn't last a week on your own. You know as well as I do. You're nothing without this family.
Grandfather, if you want Dylan to stay, give him a reason. And I don't mean blackmail.
You are so fortunate to have a champion like Emily. One of the few people around here is worthy of my respect.
Emily is awesome. But that has nothing to do with you.
Physically, he's feeling better. He's awake. He's talking. He even tried to get me to pay somebody off for him. Yeah.
Does it ever bother you that he's turning into Sonny right in front of your eyes?
I admire Sonny.
But you wouldn't want Michael to grow up just like him.
Trust me, Michael's definitely his own person.
Oh, you're so worried about him, huh? You know, Mom's been monitoring his case. She says he's doing really well.
I know, but he's gonna get hurt again. Michael did this. He ran away. He pretended to be kidnapped so we can get Sonny and Carly back together. And it's not like this kid did it for a selfish reason. It's like he's fighting for himself, and he's fighting for Morgan, and fighting for the life that he wants. Which is exactly what we taught him to do, but it's not gonna happen. I mean, Sonny and Carly are in there right now explaining that nothing he does is gonna stop their divorce.
God, you're right. It's gonna hurt a whole lot worse than Paul ever did.
I wanna be there with him. You know, but if I'm standing in the hall, he could use me to hide from his parents, which is exactly what he tried to do in the custody hearing. When he said that he wanted to be with me instead of them. So I'm just trying to keep my distance. But you know, if you check on him to see if he needs me, that'd be good.
I'll be back in 5 minutes with an update.
Thank you.
Hey, Jace. Michael's gonna be all right. He has you to help him through this.
Is there any way to find out what's going on in there?
Yeah, maybe my mom can go in and observe.
Thanks, Emily.
My mom's on her way. She'll be able to tell us what's going on.
Great, thanks, Emily.
Okay, I got something I gotta... Can you stay with her for a second?
Sure. How are you holding up?
Yeah, I keep just reminding myself that Michael made it through heart surgery when he was an infant.
You did great.
He'll be fine, right? This should be a piece of cake. Michael's really strong. It's just Sonny and I who are losing our minds. What's going on with the surgery? Why it's taking so long? Any information?
I know that Michael has a subcapsular hematoma. That is.
Oh, what's going on?
Okay, stay there. I will find out.
What are they doing to my child?
They're trying to help him, Carl.
Oh, wait, why can't they stop the bleeding? He's a little boy, Emily. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? I mean, they should just go. It was supposed to be
What happened?
My mom's in there, Sonny. She'll tell us as soon as
all these alarms just went off, Sonny, and everyone rushed in. I think his heart stopped.
He's gonna be fine, Carly.
He's a little boy.
What are they doing then? What is taking so long?
Carly, we gotta trust the doctors know what they're doing.
Michael, at a crisis, the machine's alarmed, but it looks like things are calming down.
The surgery was successful, but Michael lost so much blood he went into DIC.
What does that mean?
It means his blood isn't clotting properly.
What are you gonna do for him?
We're going to take him back to ICU, start him on clotting medicine, and then wait. And hope. That's all we can do.
What do you mean all?
Okay, Monica, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to save my son's life.
He is my grandson, Sonny. Of course I'm going to do everything I can to save him.
We all love Michael here.
You stole him from us like you steal everything. First my son, now my grandson. You know, Jason trusted both of you with Michael. My, what a fine job you two have done. You know, if he'd stayed with Jason, or maybe even with my family, he definitely wouldn't have been found wandering around in the woods unattended. He wouldn't be used as a weapon, and I guarantee you, he wouldn't be shuffled around from house to house depending on who you're sleeping with or who is trying to kill you.
Hey. How's Michael doing?
Oh, much better. Thank God.
Hey, what's on your mind?
It's just something that happened earlier tonight. I mean, I suppose it shouldn't have bothered me, but it did. I went by Mary's house earlier to tell her about this new job opening at the hospital, and I could have just called, but I wanted to see her in person, you know, just to talk about Nicholas and how much I miss him. And
if you ever need someone to talk to, you know I'm always here for you.
I know, Lucky, you've been so wonderful, but see, Mary's suffered the same kind of loss, you know, which is why it threw me so much when I heard a noise. I mean, it turns out that she had company. There was a guy in her bedroom, Lucky.
What, did you think that was way too soon for that to happen?
You know, I mean, I know it's none of my business.
Maybe Mary's just trying to find a way to keep living her life.
You know, she loved her husband so much. You know, the way I loved Nicholas. And still do. It's hard to imagine how I could ever move on. Hey, thanks for getting here so quickly. Michael's not doing very well.
Okay, what happened?
His blood won't clot, and if the transfusions don't work, then it isn't fair.
At least we managed to get some paint on the wall.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I just get so tired of trying to be strong.
You know what? Don't be. I won't tell.
For getting so upset. It's selfish.
Hey, you know what? You could never be selfish.
Then explain how I'm acting right now, Lucky. I mean, Michael's in there, he's fighting for his life, and I'm out here feeling sorry for
You know
myself.
what, Emily? You've been through hell the past few weeks. You're afraid for Michael, and it's okay. It's all right if it gets to you.
He's such a sweet little guy, and he's so sick right now.
You know what? Michael's gonna get through this. I mean, the kid's part Spencer. He's a quartermain. And he's a Corinthos. If you ask me, that's pretty indestructible.
I hope you're right. You know, I think losing Nicholas has made it harder for me to trust that things will work out. You know, it's like there's this giant fist around my heart, and it's trying to squeeze the life out of me. It's like a constant dull ache. I'm not sleeping at night, but I can't get out of bed in the morning either. And then I think that Nicholas wouldn't want me to quit. And so I get out of bed in the morning and I just try to face the day without him.
Why? What happened to Michael?
They've got Michael on clotting medication, and we're waiting to see if it works.
I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions, but you and Lucky just look so upset. So.
I had a bad moment, and Lucky let me lean on him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not letting anyone see Michael right now.
Okay. Well, then I guess all we can do is wait. Just keep believing in Michael.
Listen, I need to head back to the station, so you call me if there's any news.
Of course.
See you.
Oh, hello, Emily. That was Elizabeth. She's so happy to hear that Michael is doing better. And, of course, she sends love.
Oh, is she okay?
Well, she's a little sad, but at least she's resting. And I'm going to Napa for the delivery.
Oh, I wish I could go along.
You have school, and Elizabeth does understand, dear. So, are these for Michael, the balloons?
Yes. Can he have them in the ICU?
Well, I don't see why not.
Good. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, Emily. Hi. Have you seen Georgie?
You're looking for Georgie. What a surprise. What have you been camped out here in the lounge your whole shift, Dylan?
I know I'm like a raging dork and I don't even care. It's like, I'm so happy, you know, because I thought that I had like lost her forever and real sensitive, Dylan. That's great.
No, Dylan, don't do that, okay? Don't edit yourself because of me. I'm thrilled for you and Georgie. There's nothing more wonderful or more important than being with the person you love. This is exciting news, huh?
I know. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not kidding myself. It's not like Ned suddenly discovered my hugely insane talent. I'm sure he's mostly just doing it to annoy my mom, which is fine, you know. But how often do you get an opportunity like this? I mean, you gotta grab on with both hands and just devour it for everything it is and do the best you can to make sure it works.
Well, excellent philosophy, Dylan. I think it's great, and I'm sure that you will be fabulous, Emily.
You paged me.
For him.
Hi. Yeah, so Ned wants to get started on the video project right away, and I need your help. Emily here has offered to take over the rest of your shift.
Really?
Happy to.
Thank you so much, but can I push my luck and ask for one more favor?
Sure, why not?
Thank you. If my parents call, please don't tell them I'm with Dylan.
No problem. Go. Have fun.
Thank you. 3 minutes. Let me get my stuff.
All right. I owe you.
You know, just think of it as my contribution to the artistic future of LMB and Tracy's ultimate defeat. No offense.
None taken.
What?
I get why the family loves you so much.
What'd I do?
You're strong, Emily. You are so strong. You just lost the love of your life, and look at you. You're helping me run away with Georgie, and so we can have time together. And I don't even know if I could get out of bed in the morning.
I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm faking like crazy, Dylan. But sometimes that's all you can do. Until the day finally comes when you can let go and move on. You here for an update on Michael's condition?
Must be good news. You're smiling.
Michael slept through the night, and Dr. O'Donnell says he's much stronger, and he may be able to go home in a couple of days.
Emily, I was hoping I'd run into you.
And why is that?
Oh, well, I'm on my way to my interview with Mrs. Hardy, and I just wanted to thank you again for the recommendation.
Yeah, it was just a thought, Mary. You may decide that, General Hospital isn't for you after all.
I'm Mary Bishop.
Jason Morgan.
I saw you with Emily at her fiancé's memorial service.
Yeah, Jason and I aren't dating, if that's what you're wondering. He's my brother.
Well, it was very nice to meet you.
Audrey's office is down the corridor on the left. Her name's on the door.
I'm sure I'll find it.
Who is she, and why are you mad at her?
I've been struggling since Nicholas died, Jace. I mean, I'm fortunate to have so many people who care about me and want to help, and I'm grateful for them, Jace. I really, really am, but it's like, from this vantage point, it feels like no one can possibly understand how hollow I am inside, and I thought Mary did. And she recently lost her husband in Iraq. We've been kind of comparing notes, you know, bonding over our pain.
Okay, and what happened?
I dropped in on her. Always a bad idea, right? Anyway, she was acting kind of strange. And then I heard a sound from her bedroom. I mean, Mary is already sleeping with another man. Jace, and I don't know why, but it made me so angry, you know? I mean, I know it's none of my business. I realize that, but it's like, I thought that I was connecting with this woman on such a deep level, you know? I know that I could never betray Nicholas like that.
Look, you know, people don't always think clearly when they're grieving. Okay? They're afraid that they're gonna fall in this dark place and never find their way out again. I mean, when we thought Michael might die, I have never been so scared. Because I knew if we lost him, I would carry that pain with me forever. The way you carried losing Nicholas. You know, some people deal with loss however they can. Sometimes it might be trying to forget with another person. Sometimes it might be trying to get so mad where you fight through the pain.
You think I'm being unfair to Mary?
Only you can answer that one.
Excuse me, I have an apology to make. Mary, wait up.
Oh, Emily, what can I do for you?
Accept my heartfelt apology, Mary. How you deal with your husband's death is no one's business but yours. I had no right to judge you. In fact, I'd like to help. I realized how unfair I was projecting my feelings onto you and making snap judgments. And my brother reminded me that people deal with grief in different ways, and I had no right to inflict my way onto you.
No,
Mary.
if anybody has a right, it's you. I mean, your loss is recent, and you're still trying to find a way to accommodate the brand new hole in your heart. And you're living with grief every moment of every day. And you feel completely alone. And I claim to understand, to empathize, because it was a grief that I recognized. And then I turn around and I did something that you find unfathomable.
Mary.
For what it's worth, I don't know what I'm doing half the time or why.
Well, that I understand.
I would give anything in this world, Emily, to have Connor back with me the way he was, with his eyes full of love for me. But that's not gonna happen. And sometimes the moving on,
Sam? Are you all right?
What are you doing here?
I volunteer a few times a week. What about you?
I needed a doctor, so I came to the clinic. I don't have any insurance or anything. You know how that is, right? Anyway, it was really nice to see you.
You gotta tell me what's going on here. Hey.
Sam, are you here?
I didn't realize you two were friends.
Yeah, we're actually more like acquaintances, though.
We got to know each other at the hospital, dealing with Michael.
Yep, that's right.
I'm having a tough time with losing Nicholas, and Sam's been a huge help. But if you're in the middle of something, I can come back later.
No, that's okay. Stay, please.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh. I know what it's like to need a friend.
No, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go, because, I appreciate what you've done for Michael.
I'm just glad he's okay.
And, I'll call you, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
You didn't tell him you're pregnant.
No. And Emily, you can't either. You have to promise me Sonny can't know about this. I knew when you saw me at the clinic you'd figure it out.
It's not the clinic's fault, Sam. They're scrupulous about patient privacy. But you seemed so upset. It wasn't hard to figure out.
It looks like I got pregnant on purpose. But I swear, I didn't. I mean, it must have happened the night of the hotel fire because everything was so crazy. God, I cannot deal with a baby. There is no possible way.
It's a huge decision, Sam. Please, just give yourself time to consider all of your options.
I don't have any options. Emily, I live on a boat. I can't have a baby in my life. I have no family. I have no insurance. I have no money. I don't have anything.
Does Sonny suspect anything?
No, and he'll go back to Carly. Any fool can see that. I was just pretending not to. But once he finds out about this baby...
But he'll stay with Carly, and he'll take care of you, Sam. Listen, it won't be perfect, but it's worth thinking about.
Afternoon. Tonight there won't be anything to think about. Anyway, I would make a really terrible mother. I mean, I don't even like kids, and I'd probably just end up ditching it like my mom ditched me. So this way is best for everyone.
Then why do you have tears in your eyes?